Well, hello everybody. This is Dear Mama Sal on a beautiful Monday morning. It is already 17 degrees here in southern British Columbia, which would make it 63 already if you were in the States, which you probably are. It's going to be one of those days. It's really pretty. It's blue sky with fluffy white clouds, and all in all, you know, perfect summer day. I'm running a bit late. I'm trying not to panic too much. And certainly trying to make sure I don't rush. One of the most difficult things is if you actually are running late is to try and rush too much, because that's when you get caught for speeding and you're 3 times as late. So it's a good idea not to do that if you can. So wrap up for the weekend. It was a great weekend. Really enjoyed the weekend. I couldn't understand why I wasn't busy packing and doing the things that I thought I ought to be doing for LA or Anaheim. For those of you who don't know, I'm off on my way to Vidcon for the week. So, and then I realized that I had very intelligently, I think, arranged at work for me not to work on Tuesday, so that it gave me a packing and last minute shopping day if I needed it. Clever me. It is disgustingly humid. I've just realized that right now. That's what it feels like, humid. And last night, I had a terrible night. I don't know about the rest of you, but it was so hot last night. I did all the things I'm known to do under intense heat, and I still couldn't get to sleep. I don't think I got to sleep until about 3:30, 4 o'clock. And that's probably why I'm running late this morning. No, not probably. Definitely. No doubt about it. That is why I'm running late this morning. It was horribly hot. And there's just a limit to how many times you can get up there and soak your body and bring the temperature down and still feel hot. And so it was really not, it was just too much. Which made me smile, because I thought, if this is bad, you better pray you've got air conditioning in Anaheim. Which of course will be interesting. Now, I've got to check the weather forecast, because, with my luck, it'll rain instead. And I will have all summer clothes and be cold. Yeah, I've got to think about that one. Anyway, it's going to be fun, I think. And I really am looking forward to it. I'm going to find ways to make it fun if I possibly can. So I think I'm going to start tonight by getting the important things in. In other words, making sure I have got my passport out, my American money out, which I luckily held on to after I came back from Vegas. I decided I wasn't going to cash that money back into Canadian. I was going to leave it ready for this trip. I'm just watching a guy with a stroller, and why does he look so uncomfortable? And the funny thing is, I'm watching him, and 90% of his concentration, well, it looks like it to me, is on his cell phone, not on the cute little kid that's in his stroller, which I just saw. She just tucked her head out from inside the stroller. So let me try and think of the updates for those of you who might have missed the broadcast. First of all, we hear that Leah is apparently going to be getting some iron infusions, so that's great to help her. And for those of you who want to do that, if you go to her page, she's got a video up. And then if I'm trying to think who else we heard about this week. Oh, we heard from Oz this week. And for those of you who know Oz, he is alive and well and still in Hong Kong. So I'll tell you more about that once I get permission to tell you more, but at the moment that's enough. So I was just delighted, and I know a lot of people were very relieved to hear from him, because it had been a good 10 days or so since we had. And it's not that we get a little bit concerned, but it is Oz. Haven't heard from Linda for a couple of weeks. So Linda, if you're out there, get in touch if you wouldn't mind. Oh, the other thing is that Nana is busy packing away. Nana and Rick are busy packing away. They've just got a very small amount of time left before they move. And I asked Nana last night, how far did she think she was along in terms of getting the packing done? And she said she thought she was probably 60% there. And I was just trying to remember from all my packing days, 60% is a very difficult point, because that's the point where the easy stuff has gone. Now it's a chuck it or keep it thing, and it's the difficult stuff, the stuff you don't want to make that decision on. Mind you, knowing Nana, she won't have any problems with just going through it. She was telling me she did a really neat trick getting ready for this. So she emptied all her closets some time ago and just put back the stuff she wanted to take with her. And she's already done that. So hopefully the packing that she has left is just regular packing. She hasn't got to do the opposite of that, which is the throwing away stuff. Now, on the walking side, I have not done quite as well as I would have liked, and I know I can use the excuse of the heat, but that wouldn't be fair, because I just haven't got myself moving. And it was really funny yesterday. I didn't know that my watch had a certain feature, which apparently it does. Let me try and set you up for this, because what was happening is I was busy having dinner last night. Had a steak barbecue, and it was so fun. I was sitting down thoroughly enjoying myself after dinner, sitting there having some dessert, and I had a beautiful lemonade next to me, and I was just sitting there thoroughly enjoying, relaxing, when suddenly my watch buzzed. And my watch buzzes for certain things. It buzzes when you're 50% of your goal, and it buzzes again when you reach your goal. And so I was a bit confused, because I'd already seen the 50% or felt the 50% buzz sometime before, and there was no way that I was up to full. I knew that. I hadn't done enough. So why on earth was my watch buzzing me? And so I clicked on it, and I saw an icon in a split second that was, on my watch. And I closed it off again, because I wasn't actually talking when this happened. Unusual for me. Anyway, I was just quickly clicked it on and clicked it off again. And then I went, what? Because then it sort of registered in my brain what the icon was. And the icon was a person sitting. I think my watch was telling me to get off my butt. Who knew it had that feature? I didn't know. And I don't think it's ever done it to me before that I know of. And so it was really, really funny. I just went, I don't believe this. Anyway, never mind. It was... Okay, let me get up and do something right now. Actually, I didn't. I finished the conversation and waited about another 15 minutes, but then I did. Really, really amusing. Fun watch. Bad enough that it keeps telling me what a slob I am, but now it tells me I'm a lazy slob as well. Yeah, fine. I can be amused. And I paid money for this. That's what you got to think about. Alright, so here we go. Let's think about this. So we've got a couple of days to go. I leave on Wednesday, early, and I've got everything ready for that. I found some really fun makeup this weekend. I don't know what it was. I saw something and I thought, I really like that color. It was this, and it's not often that I do that, where I'm looking at something fairly funky, which, if I were 20 would make a lot of sense. But it was like a two-tone thing, where half of it was a shiny color, but the other half was a glitter liner that you could put on with it. And I didn't really want the glitter liner, but I really did like the taupey gold color. And I don't know if you can see through my glasses, but I'm actually wearing it today. When I get to the next traffic light where I'm stopped, I will show you if you haven't seen already. But I really like that color. So, and then I bought some more mineral powder, loose powder, which I hope will work. You're never quite sure what to take for the heat of LA. I seem to remember Alice telling me that take powder rather than a lot of creams, but I probably will take both. Come on, people. Thank you. So that was fun to go shopping for makeup and stuff. But not that I got a lot, I just picked up a couple of things. Now I'm hoping that you have all seen my hand ironing video that I put up yesterday. The reason I hope you've seen it is because it really is amazing. I cannot tell you how many times I use this, whether it's with table serviettes or napkins, whatever you call them in wherever you live, whether it's, whatever it's for, what I call a quick iron, a hand iron. Ironing with your hands actually works really, really well. If you're not looking for perfect, I wouldn't iron, quote, shirts with it, but for a quick, and for example, something you're going to put on for work and it's a little bit crumpled. It's amazing the job that it does, and it's so easy to do. Anyway, I really have been wanting to get that video up for a long time, so I'm hoping that you guys enjoy it and try it. all you need is a spray bottle. So that would be great if you do enjoy it. It's funny, you know, when I look at it, I always get amused as to which videos are the most popular ones. And for the longest time, obviously, when I was first started, it was all my videos with Benji and Judy, and the children. And I really got concerned about that, almost because I didn't want to be going down there just to get footage. And then they got so busy. I mean, I've hardly seen them at all. I don't think I've seen them. I've seen Benji this year, but I don't think I've seen Judy this year. But I'll see her in a couple of days, so that's good. Anyway, but the joke is, it's really funny, the videos that really are most popular. Because one of them is a very quick video I did with my halogen, making a breakfast omelette. Now, why that one is so popular, I have no idea. But it is, along with my Swiffer, how to clean Swiffers. That one was very well received as well. So it goes to show that you never really know what people enjoy. The other thing I did, which was huge for me, is to actually do a video, a before and after type video of putting on my makeup ready for the broadcast on Friday. Now, I would have told you there is no ways I would ever do that, because it would require that I started with my hair in curlers and no makeup. And that's the only way that, you know, you could possibly do that before and after thing. And I actually did manage to overcome my ego and do it on Friday. I was so proud of myself. And the reason that I did it was because Nana had seen a quick video I did with some foundations and concealers that I bought and said she'd really like to see them on my face. Well, the reason I had done them on my hands was because I have some serious brown spots on my hands, and I thought it would be good to be able to see the coverage when you looked at the brown spots. But anyway, I did do it on my face, and it was fun to do. I was actually quite surprised. What horrified me, so it's, you know, they say you should live in the present. I guess and I wonder how many of you do this as well. I put my makeup on, I must be in some sort of trance or something. Because when I went to do the video, in fact, I took a whole series of pictures, but what absolutely stunned me was how many products I use. You know, from moisturizing to foundations to powders to all the lip stuff and all the eye stuff, and I was going, I think it was something like 21 different products, and I had them all lined up by the end, and I went, wow, I had no idea. So here's my challenge to you. How many products, see if you can count how many products you use to put your everyday makeup on. I'm not talking about the really fancy makeup, but I'm talking about your everyday makeup. How many products do you use? And I know some of you are going to have no problem with that answer, because you're just going to go, none. Which is fine. But for those of you who do, it'll be fun to see what everybody answers to that. All right, everybody, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you all have fun recounting your weekend and getting ready for hopefully what will be one heck of a great week. It's sort of sad to think that this time next week I'll be getting ready to leave, and on my way home, but that'll be nice to be on my way home. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Love you dearly. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, hit the button up the top here, the bar along the top. And if you want to know, write to me or do anything like that, just check all the links that are below under the See More section. If you've enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. This is dear Mama Salt saying bye-bye for now.